Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Gaming on Caffeine live stream. We're back playing some more All the Mods 3 with our two beautiful chicks here in front of me who keep staring at us. They do look a little weird. I showed these off in the pre-stream a little bit, and looking at them head on like this, they don't seem to have any eyes, which, I mean, is a little creepy. They do definitely have eyes on the sides of their blocky Minecraft heads, but you know, they do still look a little bit creepy. All right, but no, so we were working on a couple of things. The first, and probably one of the most important things that we were working on was food, because in this mod pack, we do have the Spice of Life mod installed, which means that we have to make sure that we constantly vary the foods that we eat. For example, if we look at the carrots here, you'll see that we've eaten it 3 times out of our last 6 foods. So we've been eating quite a lot of carrots recently, and therefore the nutritional value of the carrots has fallen. You can see in the bottom right, it's got the little like chicken legs, and normally it fills up like almost 2 chicken legs and a bit of saturation, but now, because we've eaten it so frequently and so regularly in the last couple of foods that we've eaten, it does less. It heals us for less. And so we did set up a bit of farming, which is something that I normally don't do for quite a while. I normally really don't farm at all, unless it's like magical crops and we can get some cool stuff out of it. But we've got some beetroots, some not pumpkins, some potatoes, some carrots, and some wheat, I think, as well as some coffee. Now, other than that, we also set up a smeltery, which is here, mainly, I guess, as a way to make tools, but also as a way to make glass, which now is kind of unnecessary because between streams I have gone ahead and installed Optifine, which is why we've got this sweet zoom feature that we were using at the beginning of the stream to zoom in on this chicken. Oh, don't freeze on me, game. There we go. Oh, look at this guy. I quite like the new chicken texture for Sphax 1.12. Look at this guy. All right, so let me like fill this in real quick. Essentially, what that means is that now what we can do is we can just go ahead and throw all of our sand into a regular furnace instead of having to put it all through the smeltery, and we can get glass that way because the normal glass should now have the connected texture, which is pretty cool. So what I want to do in today's episode is today's stream is I would like to start working on some ore doubling. Now, the way that I want to get ore doubling done, we kind of already have it, right, with our Tinker's Construct smeltery, but I don't want to have to put all of our ores through the smeltery. I don't want to have to pull everything out again through the smeltery. And one of the problems that there is with the Tinker's Construct smeltery is that the alloys are made, right? And so if you put in, for example, like gold and silver simultaneously, then it forms into electrum, and then you have to pull out electrum, and you don't get any of the gold or the silver. And so if you want to automate with the smeltery effectively, you have to do some like advanced filtering, or you have to set up multiple smelteries, and I don't really want to do that. I want to mix it up and do some different stuff. And so what I would like to do instead is work on the Embers mod, as you can see over here on the right. Now, to do that, though, we are going to need a couple of things. First things first is we're going to need to have a lot more space in our inventory. So let me get rid of some stuff here and let me take what I need. Glass I will take, so I'm going to use that in a second. We've got a bit of copper, which is actually quite nice. Now, let me see. So we don't need a lot, thankfully. It's actually quite an easy mod to get started with, but we are going to need a fair bit of copper, a little bit of iron, and quite a lot of clay, because if we look at some of the recipes here, for example, if we look at the stamp base, which is something that I would like to make in today's stream, we need to have 2 Caminite, I think is how it's pronounced, bricks. To make these, you need the Caminite brick, and to make that, you need the Caminite blend, which requires 4 pieces of clay and then 1 piece of sand. So, as of right now, I don't think we have all that much. Oh no, we got 64 clay. Ignore me, I am talking complete nonsense. We have got a ton of clay, and so what we should be able to do here, actually, fairly easily, is go ahead and do something like this. Get ourselves a bunch of the Caminite blend, and I think that's actually going to be more than enough. At GamingOnCaffeine, are you going to have a tree farm soon? If so, what would you suggest? So, yeah, we should get a tree farm, I guess, sooner rather than later. I'm not quite sure. There are a bunch of options we could go for with a tree farm, right? We could go with like a farming station, although I keep forgetting. I'm so used to having Ender.io. Like in almost every pack, going back like as far as I can remember. Also, I'm going to sleep here real quick because I don't want to die to those creepers. But it's always been the case going back, 1.10, 1.7, and earlier than that. All of the previous Minecraft versions, Ender.io has always been like one of the first mods to port over. And so I'm always used to not being able to use things like thermal expansion and instead having to rely on things like Ender.io, which has always been there. And so now it's a whole new game. I'm just so baffled and confused to not have Ender.io by my side. Also, we did set up this lunch bag here, which we can put foods into, and I think it kind of automatically varies our food intake to make sure that we eat different things. It is from the Spice of Life mod, and so I would assume that it does that, maybe? I'm not 100% sure though, but no. There's the farming station. We do, of course, have the Mine Factory Reloaded kind of remake, or 1.10 port, or sorry, 1.12 port even, which we could use. We could go with like a planter and a harvester, but I'm always a little partial to Steve's carts. I've done it a few times now, but I really like. It's just different, right? For example, the farming station and the planter and the harvester, they're all very similar. You have a machine, you give it power, you give it saplings. Don't even, gosh dang it. We by the way, we didn't die at all in the last stream, and so we do need to make sure that we do not die in today's stream. I would like to keep my non-dying streak going as long as possible. But no, there are a bunch of ways to farm trees that are just kind of, the same. And then there are a few ways to farm trees that are different, right? And Steve Carts is one of them. We do have Botania installed, and you can farm trees with Botania. It's a little bit tedious and also not very good, for lack of a better term. It's pretty slow and maybe not the best, but I don't know. It depends how adventurous I'm feeling. And there's probably also a bunch of different mods that have like a farming mechanic that I don't even know about yet. There's a ton of new stuff in 1.12 and a ton of new stuff in old mods as well, if that makes sense. So a lot of stuff to learn, a lot of ways to farm trees, but that's all we're working on in today's episode of today's stream, at least not for the start of today's stream. To start with, I would like to work on getting into audibling with Embers. All right, I'm just looking for some copper here, by the way. We've got 18, which I think might be enough, because most of the stuff we're making requires a lot of that Caminite. It requires a lot of that. It requires quite a bit of copper and then a little tiny bit of iron, which I think might be our next problem, because we don't really have all that much in the way of iron, although I am quite tempted to go and take a look down there and see if we can't find anything. We do have some wood on us, and so we can very easily here whip up some torches. Yeah, let's give this a go. Also, we did get this this protection one. I'm not quite sure how this works. Not enough energy in this wand. So I'm assuming we have to give it like redstone flux or something maybe. Right click to protect or unprotect a block equals to switch modes. Unprotect, clear all, protect. Okay, sure. Bees! So much fun, says someone in the Twitch chat. Oh, the Twitch chat has really got it out for bees. Nobody, whenever they're mentioned, it's just like a collective sigh. It's just bees. It's like everyone gets like collective flashback to when they played or watched someone play with bees, and they're always just, oh no, the dark times. I remember those days. Don't take me back there. Not again. I can't go. I'm looking for some iron here. I think we are too high up though. Why level 65? If I'm not mistaken, we found out in the last stream, gosh dang it, the bees, you get too close to them and they just hit you where it hurts, which is everywhere for the bees. Okay, so I think if we check JI here real quick, I'm pretty sure that iron's like below Y level 55 in this mod pack. Let's see. So, it's below 65 pretty much, which is where we're at right now. So we just need to get a little bit lower down and we should find pretty much everything that we're after, which is pretty nice. Why are all of our voices so raspy? It's because you all, in my mind, you've all been playing Minecraft for decades now. You're all so much better than I am at this kind of stuff, just in general. And so I imagine you all as wise old men, just, Isaac, this is how it's done. You must get a sword. It's unbreakable. Don't do the bees. The bees they're bad. Very, very bad. No, stop with the bees. Also, this voice, it's also bad. Stop, please. Hey everyone, remember when Isaac died when he tried to build the mining dimension? Uppy the Legend, you're banned. Banned from Twitch chat. That's it. We don't talk about my mistakes, alright? Oh, I remember vividly putting down the stone bricks for this portal. Oh my goodness, that was a fun time. We should really use that for when we go mining. I only did it The only reason I was mining over here just then is because we got all this like exposed stone. I knew we'd find like a lot of copper. Also, look at this, we got a little cow. I'm gonna leave him there for now. I don't think we need any leather just yet. Speaking of leather though, we did make ourselves a hang glider in the last stream as well. And so now if we want to get some more lava, for example, because our smeltery might be burning through it quite quickly. Yeah, we're only at 300 millibuckets. And so if we quickly grab our bucket, which is in here, what we can do, pop on over here, give it a quick glide over, and we can get over to our lava so easily. It's so much easier than it used to be. It's fantastic. F, rip, F, banned. Yep. That's it, Mr. Uppy. It's banned. That's what you get for mentioning my mistakes. For those watching the VOD, he was not banned. Just to clarify, there'll be some people watching who just think I'm some kind of dictator who bans people who mention my mistakes. All right, here we go. Look at that. Boom. And then we do /home. And look at that. We're back at home. Flipping heck. We're going to save so much time. It's going to be great. Okay, so we still need to kind of pull out all of this, unfortunately. We still need to pull out like all of this liquid here. And so what I think I might do actually real quick, I know we just got back from that mine, but in the interest here of speed, I think it would still be a good idea for me to go get some redstone. Because if we can get some redstone, we can set up a redstone clock and we can start to automatically pull out all of this glass, and so we don't have to keep worrying about all the glass. And then once we have pulled out all the glass, we are going to use the smeltery to smelt all our iron and all of our copper. And so having a redstone clock for that as well is just going to make things quicker. We also set up this clipboard, by the way, which has got all of our to-do list on it. Sleeping bag, get the redstone clock, finish the tent base, glider. We got the glider. Tick. Teleportation wand, nether portal, fences, jump, question mark, question mark, question mark. Ember doubling is what we're working on now. And then what are these stars? There were like some glistening things all over the place we need to take a look at. Ooh, I see redstone though. Okay. So place your bets now as to whether or not Isaac's going to die on today's stream, because I give you, I mean, like, I think there's like a 95% chance that if I'm going to die today, it's going to be right now. Like... This is the time. Above this crevasse, filled with mobs, filled with lava, with just enough water to make me think, I can jump down there. I can jump that far. This is it. Already in the Twitch chat, he's going to die from that lava. Yep. Okay. What could go wrong here? Oh, diamonds. Okay. Okay. Let me use this cube here. Thank you very much. Let's get rid of the cobblestone. We don't need it. I don't want the tiny core, but I'll keep it. We probably don't need the actual editions manual. Thinking about it, I'm going to get rid of that as well. And also the marble pillars can go. Just because you can pretty much access that manual from inside JEI, I'm pretty sure. And so we should be fine on that front. How much durability does our pickaxe have left? It has got 6 durability left. Oh, no. No, chat, you can't. No, you... Ooh. Trying to get me killed here by subscribing whilst I'm looking away. To Cook762, thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. This support means a whole heck of a lot. Feel free to use the Twitch emotes, the GOC emotes in the Twitch chat. You're gonna get me killed though. I saw that like black creeper with red eyes coming towards me. I am. I can see my impending doom. Look at this guy. Get out of here. No. Okay. Okay, gosh dang it. We got this. He won't die, I have faith in him. Thank you, Crappas. Thank you very much. Really? I thought we had 6 durability. What the heck? What the heck, game? What the heck? Alright, well, okay. Hold on then a second. Let me waypoint these diamonds here so we can come back to them in the future. Because I would like to get these new waypoint diamonds. We'll make them. Oh, they're already the diamond color. Look at that. The game knew. The game just knew what we were after. Flippin' heck. Is it cheaty to use /home? I mean, I don't think so. It's in the game. It's fine. It's fine. All right. We got 8 redstone, which I think is actually just enough for us to make a redstone clock. If I'm not mistaken, let me see here. Yeah, because we need... Oh, no, it's more than enough. I thought we needed 4 torches and 4 redstone, but apparently that is not the case. We need 1 stick to make 1 redstone torch, and then that's pretty much it. We need some redstone and some cobblestone, or is it normal stone? It is iron. Nope, it is normal stone. That's fine. That is also A-okay. Kaboom, kapow, look at that. Redstone clock, done. Okay, so... We do have to be a little bit careful on this, because what it's going to do here is it's going to pull out all the glass, then it's going to pull out that one block of obsidian, and then it's going to start trying to pull out aluminium brass, which we don't really want it to do. Alright, so we got a bunch of the Camonite here. I am going to have to throw in, like I said, most of our iron and most of our copper into here. I'll start with the iron, I guess, because I think we already have a little bit in there. Actually, no, we don't. We've got blood in there. We actually do all have some copper in there. So what I'll do, I'll take you, I'll whack this in here. We should also probably work on making this a bit taller, but before I do that, I would like to work on getting just a little bit more lava, because we are certainly going to tank through the lava that we've got in today's stream. And then kapow, and then we're going for one more flight. We might have to do another one later, but for now, we're going for one more quick flight here. We'll also pick up this quick chicken poop. Take the tank. Oh, like take this? I'll take a different tank. We could take a different tank, and actually thinking about it, we've got the mechanism tanks, right, that we had in Age of Engineering, but we're missing one piece of redstone. Oh, that sucks. We should be able to fix our pickaxe though, and I should do that before I forget, because otherwise I'm going to end up going back down into the mines with like 0 durability on my pickaxe, which is not at all what I want to do. All right, I'm going to take this away, because that should be fine now. It is. Okay. I think I am going to pull this block of obsidian out, just because we don't need it just yet, and we can use it in some other form. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the hopper over to the other side, so it's pulling out of the casting table, and then I'm just going to go ahead and whack the redstone clock here, like right there. Well, I mean, close enough. I'm going to whack the redstone clock like that, and that should start pulling out ingots, as opposed to pulling out the blocks. And then all we're going to do is very quickly move this guy, excuse me, get out of here. I think I did just break our unlimited water source, but that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Can you press like shift or something to go faster while gliding? Probably. I'm not really a gliding expert. I'm actually pretty bad at gliding, but I know you can go. I've been using shift to go down, like to start flying downwards quicker. Let me test this real quick. So if I do this, I always thought that the shift just pulled you down faster, but I guess, I mean, I think it might do, but at the same time, the lava is not so far away as to not require it. So, I mean, yeah, that might have been quicker. I am uncertain. Maybe. Either way, kaboom, /home. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Our thing is full, so we can put this away. Okay, also I'm going to quickly, can I craft this back up into, like, full-on coal? Really? You're not going to? Really? Oh, no, I can. It's just, like that. Oh, I was going to say, excuse me? All right, that is done. Get rid of you. Whilst we're waiting for all of our stuff to smelt up in the smeltery, which we can add to right about now. Also, I'm fairly certain that copper does not mix with iron, and so we should be able to, I think, fairly easily just add all this in. Also, I do notice here that this is 100% broken. So let me just quickly, like, replace that real quick. And it's probably already on into the chest. Thank you. Kaboom. And kapow. All right. So let's just start pulling out all of our copper, which is good. Fairly certain iron doesn't mix, so that should be okay. And then we'll just fill in the glass. All right, so we're getting a nice amount of copper here. It's a really weird looking copper texture, but I do quite like it. It's a nice, like, dark caramel almost copper. It looks quite cool. So let me quickly finish it with the glass here, and then we'll move on and start looking into the ore doubling. So finish this up, and I'll put 2 there. We still got another wall to do, but that's fine. So, as we're looking here, the first thing that we need to make is the ember bore. Now, to make the ember bore, we first need a mechanical core, and the mechanical core requires a compass, as well as a lead plate. I don't think we have any lead. Is this lead? No, it's osmium. Lead ore. Do we have any? No. Where is lead ore located? Is my next question. It is low down, like Y level 30 and lower. Okay. Well, in that case then, chat, it looks like it is time for another adventure down into the mines. Also, please, server. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because we need to have 2 mechanical cores. We need one to actually make the bore, and then once we have the bore, we have to put another mechanical core, I believe, on top of the original. And so we do definitely need, not what I want to do. Well, to do that. We do definitely need to have, I think, only 2 pieces of lead. I think outside of those 2 pieces of lead, everything else is copper, iron, and the camo right there. What did I want to make? Oh, a tank, wasn't it? The tank from Mechanism. We can make that now that we've got the redstone. Nice. Okay, so all of the iron should start to come out here. How did we end up with like less than a full block of copper? I don't know, but that's fine. And then also we do need to put a little bit of lead in, but we only need yeah, I might as well. I was gonna do that. I was just gonna smelt the lead in the furnace, but we might as well put it into the smeltery, get some more lead. Isaac ignoring all the mining dimension tips. I know, but so I do plan on mining in the mining dimension. It's on my list of things to do, is to mine in the mining dimension. But I know there's redstone there. I just want to quickly use that, and then once we've done that, we'll start doing all of our real mining elsewhere. This is just some very quick mining to get us going, right? Once we got started here, we can move over into the mining dimension. All right. So that I made the same mistake. I put in one piece of copper so that we could quickly pull it out, but then we just ended up with one and a bit more copper. Gosh dang it. Okay, let's put the lead at the bottom there so that once this iron's pulled out, you can start pulling the lead out. And then after that, we should be able to start making the ember bore. Now, we do also need to get ourselves an atmospheric gauge. And apparently I cannot spell gauge. It's G-A-U-G-E. Yeah, like that. The atmospheric gauge, which is made with 4 copper, 2 iron, and 1 redstone. Fairly easy stuff. And essentially, what this does is it tells us how good of a source of ember we have in our chunk. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I never know how to read this. I think that, like, this here... Let me get over back to where we were a second ago. I think that this is bad. I think this means there's not a lot of embers. I think we want the yellow arrow to be pointing towards either side of the compass, like towards either side of those like clusters of orange. And so I actually think, if I don't throw my stuff on the floor, I think if we come over here, we actually started in quite a nice area, like this chunk that we're in. Oh, is it that we're going to have some over here by that, maybe? No, it's kind of drifting a bit, but I think... So I think like here where we were, because I think it does it by chunk, right? So these are the chunks. I think this chunk, I keep pressing Q instead of W. I think this chunk here is the one that's going to give us stuff. You want it to the right? Where you started was amazing. Like in here though? I feel like, does it want it either side? This chunk is bad. So I don't want to spend like, I feel like we could get stuff in this chunk, right? That is good. To the right. Wait, what's good? This chunk is bad. You know, this is where Twitch delay gets me. So I'm going to stand here for a few seconds. This is bad, right? This chunk is not a chunk that we want. I'm going to call this chunk 1. Tell me if chunk 1 is good or not. Is chunk 1 good or is chunk 1 bad? Caffeinated Chaos just said there in all caps as if this is good. I want it in this chunk right here. This one that's like smack bang in the middle. Chunk 1 equals good. Really? I thought we wanted it to be like either side. I thought we wanted to touch the stuff. But if I will trust chat over myself any day of the week. So I'm gonna put a I'll put like a piece of cobblestone here just to indicate that this is chunk 1, which is the good chunk. Can't tell if Twitch chat is trolling or not. More right equals more good. So we want it like as far over to the right as possible. So like is chunk 2 better than chunk 1? Question mark. It's not great, but it's better than you normally find. Right. So you want it as far to the right as possible, not to the left. So this is chunk 2. Chunk 2 is better than chunk 1. Chunk 2 greater than sign chunk 1. You don't know how the gauge works? No, well, not really, no. You don't know how a gauge works? So chunk 3 is even better than chunk 2. Like, this is just like a Okay, so I'm guessing that chunk 3 here is better than chunk 2. This is also the same. Okay, I kind of get this now then, I guess. We want to find a chunk that's got the most right. Yes, chunk 3 is even better. Okay. I have... My brain has gathered the information. I understand the premise now. We've got quite a lot of good chunks then, I guess. Well, like reasonable chunks, I guess, over on this side then. Because these are all pretty far to the right. Can you find chunks that are like all the way down on the right that are like real good? Oh, look, someone's put like a little bridge here. You the best. Thank you. I don't think that's for me, but I'll take it. All right, so I think I might use this chunk then. Chunk 3 is the best. Chunk 3 is better than chunk 2 is better than chunk 1. Okay, so right, this actually works quite nicely. It's right in the corner here. Right there. Okay, so I'm going to put my stuff here. It's not the greatest. We could spend quite a lot of time looking for this, but that's fine. So we'll put it over there then, I guess. I'll turn off these chunk borders here so we can see what we're doing again. But cool. Cool. I've used the boring chunks with half the amount and pulled a ton of ember shards. Nice. What texture pack is that? We're using the Sphax Pure BDcraft texture pack. If you go to bdcraft.net, you can find it. It's called Sphax, S-P-H-A-X. That's the name of the resource pack we're using. So, we need to get ourselves the gauge. Do we have all of our ingots? Oh, look at that. Look at that. We've got all of our iron, all of our copper, and all of our lead. So, let us see here about getting ourselves our ember bore. We need some stairs. To get stairs, we need ingots. To get ingots, we need to smelt the Camonite. We might need more, potentially. We've got 32 in our inventory. Is that all we've got? No, I was going to say, I thought we had a lot more than that. Yeah, we got 43 in there. Nice, okay. So, we need at least 6 here in order to make our staircase. Once we've got that, does that get us enough stairs? I think it will. That's going to get us 8 stairs. Okay, cool. Then we need the mechanical bore, which needs a compass, which needs some iron. We're going to need 2 of these. We're going to need 2 of these. Now, in order to make the plates, Embers does have its own hammer, the Tinker's Hammer, which is a bit confusing. It also requires another piece of lead. No! Oh, oh, that's fine, though. We've got more lead. I was going to say, we need like 1 more piece of lead, but we've got 5 just waiting in our inventory to be used. It's fine. It is fine. So let's grab 2 sticks. Let's take those. We should then be able to fairly easily craft up the Tinker's Hammer from Embers. Don't want the compass in there. I find that happening quite a bit in 1.12 and even a bit in 1.10 as well. Like, it'll just put in random, whenever you do the shift click for the crafting, it'll just put in random stuff sometimes if there is if there are like gaps in the crafting table. It's a bit weird. If we craft up 2 of these like so, is it not? Oh, is it like this? Hold on. I will crack this. Let's have a look. What do we need to make? If I can click on the right thing here, embers. We need 4 just to make 1 plate. Hold on a second then. Can I do this with the... So with thermal foundation, I can do it with 1. Also, if I get the plate stamper, I can do it with that. Can I use immersive engineering, though? Can I use the hammer? Yeah. So you know what? I'm just going to make this. I'm fairly certain that we have the sticks of string required. And also, it's just significantly cheaper. Really? We don't have string? We don't have any string? Really? Do we have, like, Hold on. Do we have, like, flax seeds or something that we can get? Cotton. And then industrial hemp. So if we can find some cotton. Because I would very much... Let me just check real quick. I'm not blind, am I? We don't have any string. No, we don't have any string. Okay, let me go quickly find some cotton then so we can actually get some string. Because I would very much not want to... I mean, we could. There's nothing... We've got enough lead to do it, but I would prefer not to have to, you know? Okay, this is violet, which is just a flower, okay? Not interested. There is flax from Actual Editions. Yeah, I figured as much. So we've got the canola seeds, which I'm not after. And I just got to remember what flax looks like. I think I will recognize it when I see it. We broke a fair amount of it in Age of Engineering, and so it shouldn't be too hard for me to find here. This is... Oh, flax. Look at that. Boom. Okay, /home. So let us go ahead and instead of doing that, let's go ahead and make the hammer from Immersive Engineering. This one right here, a little bit more expensive, I will admit, but a lot cheaper in the long run. So if we get 2 lead plates like that, we should now be able to make those 2 mechanical cores. These ones right here. Kapow. We'll take 2 of those without the hammer. We can then use 1 of those to make the ember ball. We don't want to make a second ember ball. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory that we don't need to be carrying around all the time. Also, we could probably do with some more chests and maybe even some storage drawers so we can start storing some of the items that we have a larger amount of. But let me see here. So I'm pretty sure we're going to need a hopper. That's going to allow us to put our... Actually, item... extractor. How expensive is this? Because Embers does have its own like item transportation system. It requires a lot of lead. And then also one of these Camonite plates, which are not too bad, actually. We need some Camonite blend, which we did make earlier, but we are now out of because we made it all into bricks. Do I have any left in here? Ooh, we do. Just a little bit. So if we do this, blend. Okay. So I think I am going to make... Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to make... Okay, first things first. Gosh dang, my inventory is so full. First things first, I'm going to make another double chest so we can store some more of our stuff here real quick. And then once I have got another double chest, I'm going to make a hopper, which is going to require some more wood for another chest in just a second here. But let's get some more wood. 1, 2. Quickly craft up another chest. And then obviously from that, a quick hopper. And so that's going to be used to put the coal into the mechanical bore. And then I also do want to have one of those extractors, one of those item extractors, because we need to be able to pull all of the ember shards that we get out of the mechanical bore and into another chest. So, where's my lead? There it is. Let me whack that back into there. I might as well smelt it all up. I don't know, I'm smelting it up like one bit at a time. But we'll craft up like a set of item pipes. We'll also craft up an item extractor. I think we're also going to need another item extractor in the future, but that's fine for now. We'll just make the one. So, we don't need that much lead, I don't think. We do need to, however, make ourselves one more lead plate, like so. This hammer also losing durability very fast. Did we duplicate our hammer somehow? Did we, like, exploit a glitch there and, like, not knowing that we were exploiting a glitch? Probably. And then if we do this and this, item pipes, and then we can very quickly make ourselves an extractor if we take you and then also 2 of you. Nice. Wait. Has our gauge moved over even more? Like, so I'm going to assume that the gauge doesn't move as time goes on, but I feel like this chunk is better than the chunk that we were going to build in, right? It's like this chunk here is really good. Unless I've, like, broken my gauge. Like, this chunk is almost touching that, like, yellow or orange dot. If I go over to what I was going to call chunk 3 over here, the embers fluctuates is 1.12? Really? Because this is, like, it's alright, but it's nowhere near as good. Okay, so if the embers fluctuate, I'm just going to do it in the chunk that I'm in then. I'm just going to build, like, a big old mine shaft down and put my bore in this chunk because it's easier, right, having it here. So what we need to do now, guys, is we need to get down all the way down to bedrock so we can actually start to extract some of those ores. So let me get some coal here. We're going to need quite a bit. We're probably going to have to go and do a bit more mining because we don't have that much in the way of coal. We've got our mechanical bore. I do need to get myself some chests, and by some chests, I mean, I think pretty much just one chest will do. Also, let me take these out of my offhand whilst I'm not mining. 1, 2, and kaboom, kaboom. All right, so this is a chest where, excuse me. There we go. This is the chest where all of our embers are going to go. So, do we have a shovel? We do. And now, it is just a case of doing what we should never, ever do, and that is digging straight down. Okay, we have made it to bedrock. Thank goodness. Okay, whew. Chat, we did it. He did it. He has done it. He has made it down to bedrock. It's not really much of a feat, but he has done it. That's all that matters. So now we need to dig out a bit of an area down here because we actually need to put this thing down, and it is a multi-block. So it's not a multi-block, but it takes more than one square, right? So let me quickly clear out like a bit of space here. And as far as I'm aware, you just have to place the bore down on top of a piece of bedrock. Ooh, we got some draconium as well. I like it. Can I mine this? It says it's got a tick on it. I'm assuming that means that, yes, we can mine it. We can indeed. Good stuff, good stuff. Not going to be using that probably for quite a while, but again, that's fine. So I want to have a bit of space here, and then essentially I'm just going to go ahead and put down our ember bore like that. And it makes this big old thing. Now, if you try and put that down anywhere else, I'm pretty sure it just doesn't go down. You can right-click and just nothing happens. So, now that we have this, what we need to do is a few things. First things first, we have to put down a mechanical core on top of it like this. That's going to allow it to work. We then need a way of putting coal into it. So if we do this and we do this, that's going to take the coal, put it into the mechanical bore. If we press shift here, you can see what's inside of it. And you can see already it's got us 1 ember shard. You can see the coal is kind of backing up in there. It's going to slowly burn through that coal and produce ember shards, as well as I think like small ember shards. And so those should update slowly but surely as well as time goes on. And then what we can do, we can use the item extractor as well as the item pipe to do something like this, because we're extracting from here, bringing it around, and then into this, like that. Now, by default, everything in the Embers mod doesn't work. It has to have a redstone signal. You have to give it a redstone signal before it's going to do anything. So, for example, if I was to look at this thing right now, you'll see that it's got an Ember shard in there, but we're not getting any Ember shards in our chest. Also, to get rid of this so I can open the chest. But if I were to go ahead and do something like this, look at that. We have some Ember shards in our chest. Now, like I said, it's going to go ahead and slowly produce Ember crystals and Ember shards, both of which are going to be useful to us. And yeah, these are kind of the currency of Embers. These are kind of basically just the fuel of Embers. So this is just like a way of turning coal into the fuel that we actually need to use the Embers mod. So I'm going to leave this running. It's in our chunk, so it should keep doing its thing. I'm going to take those, and we are going to slowly but surely, and by that I mean just type /home, get back to our base. So now that we have that, the next thing that we need, now we can actually start to get into and start using the Embers mod. Now, the first thing that we are going to need is called, let me see if I can find it here, the Ember Activator. And this is where we put these Ember crystals, and it kind of turns them into like a liquid that we're going to need, right? Or an essence that we're going to need. And you'll see what I mean in a second. So for this, we need 2 iron plates, 1 furnace, which should be the easiest part of that. We'll take you. Iron plates also shouldn't be too hard now that we've got our better hammer in our inventory. My ingots are here. I will also take out you, and you, just in case we need those in a second. Kaboom, and kaboom. 1, 2, and then Ember Activator, question mark? Let me see. Copper. Where is all of my copper? Did I leave it in a chest? Oh, I'm blind. It's a different color. I'm so used to like the bright orange, like thermal expansion copper. Like I don't even know if we have any like this kind of color here, this Tech Reborn copper. And so my mind, after years of training, is looking for that copper that we don't have. So Ember Activator. Let me go ahead and kaboom. And so I guess for now I'm just gonna place this stuff down like here in the middle of the room. It's not gonna look great, and we are gonna move it eventually. But for now, put you there, and it does form a bit of a multi-block. And now we need to get ourselves a couple of things. So one of the first things we're going to make is the melter. The melter is, of course, going to melt down our liquids into their kind of liquid forms. We're going to take the iron and turn it into molten iron, kind of like the smeltery would, right? So do we have more iron? I'm fairly certain we should. Did we use all of our iron? We can't have done, right? I know we got more here, but we can't have used all of our iron, right? Am I blind again? Iron. I am not blind? For a change? Really? Really? Really, really? Huh, okay, that's fine. Okay, is this getting there? It is, slowly but surely. And so once you've got the melter, we also have to make the stamper base as well as the stamper itself. This thing looks a little easy to make, but it does also require a block of iron and then a bucket, more iron, and then 2 of these Camonite blocks, which I think we should be able to make fairly easily using our Camonite brick. And then we also need to get an ember, or a few, I think, ember emitters, and then ember receptors. So we need 2 ember emitters and 2 ember receptors. Now for that, we do need more Camonite plates, which means we need more Camonite blend, which means we might have to go and get a little bit more clay from the riverbed, but for the most part, that should not be too hard for us to do whatsoever. Should be pretty easy, in fact. So, this is all coming out. Let's take this. Let's go back real quick to the melter. We'll start with the melter and we'll move on from there. So, we only need 2 ingots for the melter. We now have it. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's go ahead and craft up that like so. And for now, I'm just going to place this down like right there. And quite a few of these blocks do kind of become multi-blocks when you place them down. So now we've got the melter. Let me see about getting the stamper. We can't set any of this up really until it's kind of all here. It's like one coherent process. And I guess whilst I'm waiting for this iron to smelt, I might as well go and get that clay that we need. I was going to try and jump through the window there for a second, but there is glass there. That is not something that I can do, unfortunately. Okay, that should be definitely enough. We'll do /home here so we don't drown in the ocean. Fantastic. Okay, so we should now have a good amount of iron. We do indeed. Let me take this. Let me throw some of my items here into the crate. Let's craft up a block of iron like so to get ourselves the stamper base like that. And then we also need to get ourselves the Sorry, that's to get the stamper. We also need to get the stamper base, which requires a bucket and then 2 of these blocks. I think we already have a bucket. We definitely do, unless we used it to craft earlier, which I don't think we did. Did we? No, we didn't. It's right there. It's just got a lava in it. Let's not get rid of our glider. I want to keep that. Let's do this. Let's put you back in there. Awesome. And then if we do something like this, kaboom, we can get ourselves the stamper base. Nice. So, here, and then if we do this and this, like that, you can put these anywhere, by the way. You don't have to put them like in the exact orientation I'm putting them in. I'm just putting them kind of, they need to be somewhat close to the Ember activator. You'll see what I mean in just a second here. We also, I can't remember the exact name of what we need, but we need to get one of these. We need a bar stamp. For that, we need 4 Camonite blend. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Do we have any sand? Really? We're out of sand? Did I use it all in the, for our glass? I guess I did. Oh, that's so annoying as well. We've just been to spawn. We've just been and got, like, seen. You know, I'm just going to take some from here. Gonna take a little bit of sand. It's fine. We don't need that much. I think that's, like, more than enough. We need, like, 2 pieces of sand. So we'll take that. We'll head on back. And so, if we do this, and we do this, that's going to get us some more blend. And then if we do, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Like that? It is. I guess it's a raw bar stamp, which we can then smelt up in here. Not our ham. Did I just smelt up a crafting table? It's putting some stuff in weird places here. I'm not quite. Oh, it's putting them in there when I shift click in over here. I see. I think I did just smelt up a crafting table though. Gosh dang it. I did show spawn toffee. Yeah, I've been showing some of the work that's been going on over in the spawn area. So that's going to be our hammer. It's going to basically like print the hammer pattern onto the molten liquid. We also need a bin. I don't think you need a bin, but the bin from Embers is a nice and easy way to kind of collect all of this stuff. It's this one right here. We do need to get a thing for it. Also, we are going to need yet more iron. Thankfully, we have yet more iron on us ready to go. And so now, like I said, we need to get ourselves, if we go back to @Embers, we need to get 2 ember emitters and then 2 ember receivers. So this guy over here is going to emit the ember, and then both the melter and the stamper are going to receive the ember. So do we have what it takes to make 2 of these? I think we should. Let us just craft up some of these. I'm definitely going to need another one though, so let's do that and that. Might as well craft all those up, and then I'm going to craft like 4 of these. And I think that should be more than enough, hopefully. Also, do we have some wood? We do. Let me use that instead of these sticks here. Okay, cool. Cool. This is all smelting up nicely. Okay. Isaac, do you like apple pie? Apple pie is great. I am all down for apple pie. Yes. Okay. So, any second now. How much iron did we need? I can't remember. We need to make the emitter, right? Actually, you make 4 at a time as well. Nice. Okay, so we'll take you. We'll do this to get the ember emitters, and then we'll do pretty much the same crafting recipe there to get the ember receptors. And so now we're going to put ember emitters here and here, and then we're going to put ember receptors, I think here and here, I want to say, or where those have to go. We might have to play around with those to get those to work. And as I mentioned before, pretty much everything in the mod requires a redstone signal. And so I'm going to need to get some more levers, like so. We need, I think, only a few. Let's take like 4 here or something like that. Okay, let's get rid of some of the trash in our inventory that's clogging us up here. And so what we have to do now is we have to link our emitters to our receptors. And I think the way you do this is you shift right click on the receptor, and then you right click on the ember emitter, like that. And now this is linked to here. So this will send embers from here into here and allow this to work, right? Same on this side. We're going to do here to here, like that, linked up quite nicely. We then do need to get ourselves another hopper, which means we are going to have to get a little bit more in the way of wood. The hopper is going to be used to put our ores into the melter automatically. And then those melted ores should then get sent across into our stamper. We're going to use some liquid pipes to get that done. And then after that, they will get put into iron bar form or into bar form in general, whatever bar it is. And then get pulled out and put into a storage chest. And that should be our system. for ore doubling with embers. We are close to having this done. Pretty close. Somewhat close. We're like relatively close. This guy is going to go right about there. I know this is a mess. Again, we're going to move this at some point in the future. It's not going to stay in this area forever. And we'll use I guess we'll use like lead as our example here. So gonna put this in here. No, that's not what I want to do. No, give me my. Can I take that out? Yeah. Okay. Gonna put the lead in like that. So the lead's gonna get put into the melter. Right now it's not doing anything. Of course. What we need to do, we need to activate this transition, right? Also, I think we need another. Actually, now I was thinking about it. I think we do need to get another hopper because I think we also need to have a hopper that puts ember into the activator. So this guy right here. So if I was to do this and then put the embers in, those embers get taken and they get put into the activator. You can see it's active. And then now if I was to use my lever to activate this, it's going to send the embers down into there. Nice. And I'll do the same thing over on this side. It's going to send embers up into here. And I believe there is another gauge that we can get that's going to show us, that will show us how much ember, the ember dial, will show us how much ember is in here. There is like a solid value to it. But if we shift, you can see there on the left that little, like, the top line and the bottom line, we can see it's got 288 millibuckets of molten lead. It's melting the lead ore down into millibuckets, and 288 millibuckets, by the way, is 2 ingots worth. Now it's at 576, 4 ingots worth, and so now we need to go ahead and pull this out of here and into the stamper base. And for that, we are going to need a fluid extractor, which is this guy here. For that, we need some fluid pipes, which need another iron plate, which we can make, thankfully, with ease. So we'll do that. We'll make some of you. Once we've got some of you, we'll make one of you. We just need 2 pieces of redstone. Hopefully, we have those. We do indeed. And so if we do something like this, what we should be able to do now is extract the fluid from here and send it down into here. Now, again, of course, this thing will not work without a lever. So I'll lever that on. This is then going to fill up with that lead, and then it's going to stamp it in a second into a lead ingot, which it did. You'll see we got one there. And right now it's throwing them at us because we don't have anywhere to put it. And that is where the bin comes in. So now, finally, if we come back over here, if we make ourselves a bin from the Embers mod, which is this guy, which just requires iron, which we don't actually have. Oh, no, we don't have enough iron. Oh, we could use some kind of hopper here. Basically, the idea is you can put a bin underneath and it will put the items into the bin. But look at that. We have a system that is doubling all of our ores. It's turning our lead ore into double the amount of ingots without having to use a smeltery. Flipping heck. This is the system that I was trying to set up. It's done. We have ourselves an Embers ore doubling system. All we need to do now is get a bin so we can put it underneath, and then probably like a hopper to pull out of the bin and put into like a big old crate so we can store all of our things into a crate fairly easily. And yeah, that is the setup. I think it's actually quite cool. You know, it's different, which I like a lot. You can see we're getting quite a nice amount of lead here, which is pretty good. Let me go and check real quick, actually, and see how we're doing in terms of embers, because we do, of course, need to keep providing the system with embers in order for the whole thing to work. Okay, so how is this doing? Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got a bunch of embers down here, but I think it's still got 53 coal left as well. So yeah, we can take all that. We can do /home. We can use this to keep powering all of our stuff. What I am going to do, actually, I should, before we came back up, what I should have done is grab some of that iron that was down there, because we can use that iron to make our bin, can't we? So where is the iron? I think there's another. Also having some rendering issues, which is not the best. Oh, I'm not going to try and mine that. I'm not going to try and mine that. Instead, I'm going to use like the. I'm pretty sure we had some. Do we not have some more around here? I thought we had more iron ore nearby. Was I wrong? Oh no, yeah, it's right here. I was going to say I thought we had like another little area that was full of iron ore. Okay, we will mine more of this stuff like the gold and the coal and whatnot a little later on down the line, but for now, I just want enough iron to make this bin happen, so /home. I guess we can actually just go ahead and please don't crash on me, game. Please don't crash. There we go. We can just go ahead and throw the iron directly into here, and that should go and do all the stuff. I would like to make the ember gauge, if possible, or the ember dial even, so we do need a compass. And by the way, these basically just go, I think, directly onto the equipment, so you just kind of put it on and it just sits there, so you can have like an active idea of how much ember is there and available. But now, what do we need for that bin? We need like 6 iron and then a plate of iron, I think it was. So we need like 2 more pieces here. We can craft one of those up real quick with our hammer into a plate. And then I just saw the 6th piece fly out. And so now, if we do this and this, that should... it's also need one of those plates in the middle. Bin... Can I do like @embers? No. Can I do @ember space bin? Yeah, I can. Okay, so No, that's right. Yeah, okay, it just took a while to show up. And so now if we put that in like that, we have, I think, either used up all of our ores or we're out of ember. So right now we don't have enough ember in the system for this to actually melt up, which is the problem there. Do we have what it takes to make that, oh, no, we need more iron, don't we? So let me put a little bit of ember in here. I don't want to put too much in because I want to be able to show you guys kind of how this works in just a second. So that should start to smelt up again. Should start to kick things off. Those should now be in the bin. Yeah, because we've got 2 iron ingots down there. And then finally from that, we could always go ahead and I guess we've already got these item pipes. So getting an extractor, again, I don't remember being that hard. The item extractor, yes, we should need another plate real quick. I'm going to use this. We could use a hopper, but you know, if we're going to use the Embers mod, we might as well use the Embers mod, right? So we'll spell up some more of those. There's the one that I made earlier. Let us do this and this. So item extractor. One more chest, and then finally, bada bing, bada boom, if we take you and you. I don't think, for whatever reason, that you can actually have, you have to have like an item pipe between the chest, for whatever reason. You can't have a chest right here and have it extract, so I think I have to do this, and then, of course, something like this and this to turn it on, and there we go. Look at that. It's a monstrosity, but it's our monstrosity. And also, it's going to get moved. So I think I'm going to make like a, I don't know actually. We might make like an area dedicated to Embers that looks like kind of like this, kind of mechanical, kind of medieval-ish maybe. Set up an area that's dedicated to all this Ember stuff. Because the Embers mod's pretty huge. It's got a bunch of other stuff in it that's not just this. But it's pretty cool, in my opinion. I quite like this. I'm going to put some of my ingots in here for now, just so I can come back to them in a second. I wanted to get the dial, didn't I? We do have sugarcane. We've got some growing just over here. So we can make ourselves the sheets of paper required, like so. Do we have what it takes? I'm pretty sure that we do. We need 1 piece of copper that I've literally just put into there. And kapow. And so with this, I think we are doubling the items with this like shift-click glitch. I'm not quite sure. But, let's see. Did I just put that in there? I did. Yeah, so I put it on it. Now if I look at that, I can see it's got 1,664 out of 8,000 ember. I think I could take that off. Shift right click maybe? Oh, I don't know. But if we have this setup going and if we have it set up properly, we would have a dial here. We would have a dial up here so we could see how much is in here, how much is in here. And I believe we could even have one on this to show us how much is in the ember activator as well. And of course we could put more in. And then if we go and stand around here, we should see more embers getting pumped into the system. So you can see how much fuel it's got left in it. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Isaac's base is a mess. Breaking news. I don't know what you're talking about, Grappass. I don't know. What are you saying, guys? You saying my bases are always a mess? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. My bases always look fantastic. But no, so this is how you double ores with embers. It's the quick and easy way to double ores with embers, you know? What was not quick and easy about that? You put your ores in here, they get melted down by the melter, which gets its embers from the ember activator, which you have to activate and transfer with an ember emitter and an ember receptor, using a lever to click it, because everything needs a lever. And then use a fluid extractor to send the fluid down through a fluid pipe into the stamper base, which uses a stamper top to then stamp it with the ingot press. And then once it's got that, it outputs into a bin at the bottom, because why not? Otherwise, it would output anywhere. This thing also, by the way, receives embers using the ember receptor and the ember emitter from the ember activator, then through an item extractor pipe, through an item, into a chest. Easy peasy, guys. What is complex about that? I actually really like it, though. I think it's pretty cool. Flippin' egg. So, that is how we do it. Cough, cough, lasers everywhere. Oh, those lasers in our Age of Engineering base looked cool, though. They looked cool, though. Oh, come on, server. Work with me. Waiting for server. There we go. Okay, so I can dump most of this stuff out again. As always, I would like to keep most of my tools, my lunch bag. I guess I can put more of my embers into here now as well. So I don't think there's any way to, waste embers. I think they will always either just get stored in here, stored in one of these two, or backed up in the hopper here. So that's quite nice. But yeah, flipping egg. That is the way that we double ores with embers. And I quite like it. So, the next question is, now that we have something that can double ores, where are we going to get our ores from? Because right now we don't have that many ores. We've got some osmium, we've got some black quartz, we've got a little bit of bauxite, but we don't really have any ores, to be fair. So, someone in the Twitch chat, and I think it was Caffeinated Chaos, did mention the drill from Actual Editions. It's a little bit hard to make, and by that I mean it requires some diamonds to make. But these are actually not too bad. You know, it's the Atomic Reconstructor with a diamond. That gets these diamantine crystals. It needs 3 Inori crystal blocks, which is 3 blocks of iron, essentially, which is, again, a little bit expensive, but not too bad. Then it requires a drill core, which is 4 Inori blocks, another 4 blocks of iron, 4 basic coils, which are some Restonia crystals. These are basically just redstone, and some black quartz, which you can get from black quartz ore, as well as another Restonia crystal, and then finally 2 advanced coils, which, again, are basic coils, and some golden nuggets. And basically, this is like a Tinker's Hammer. It works in a 3x3 area and can mine like that. And you can upgrade it using these augments over here. So you've got the drill speed augment 1, 2, and 3. You've got the silk touch augment, the fortune augment 1, 2, and that's it. The drill mining augment and the drill mining augment 2 and 3 now. I think by default it mines in, I should clarify actually, by default it's just a pickaxe. But if you add the drill mining augment 1, you can mine in the 3x3 area. And if you add the drill mining augment 5, which again requires more diamonds, it can mine in the 5x5 area. And if I'm not mistaken, you have to have all the previous tiers to upgrade, if that makes sense. So, if I remember correctly, the drill has 5 upgrade slots. If, for example, you wanted to get up to drill speed 3, you would have to put in drill speed 1, 2, and 3. So it would take up 3 of the 5 slots. If you then wanted to get the 5x5 area, you would have to have the 3x3 area augment and then the 5x5 area augment, meaning that you'd need like 8 diamonds and then empowered iron crystals and the empower and all kinds of stuff. So we're probably not going to get to the 5x5 area too soon. We probably won't even get to the drill mining augment too soon either, because this thing requires 4 more diamonds that we don't have yet, but we can make a normal one, and we might even be able to upgrade it with some speed potentially. So what's it called? The mining drill? Just the drill. So for this though, we do need to get ourselves an atomic reconstructor. Question chat, did they have one at the village? I think they did. I think we can make the drill without having to get one. Because basically we just need, we need a lot of iron, which we don't have yet. But let me see here real quick. If I wanted to get like 3 of my diamonds and I was to go to my village, which is just over there. By just over there, I mean, you know, a mere 500 meters away. If we go over to our village, we should be able, I think, to use their atomic reconstructor to zap our diamonds into diamantine crystals. Hi, how's it going? So they do they have what we need? They've got a pink lamp. They've got a wooden casing with a lever on it for some reason. Maybe it's upstairs. Yes, they've got this guy right here. So they've got these small storage crates that have got more stuff that we could use inside. So I can take all this stuff for sure. I'll take all this. We can use all these wooden casings to make a ton of crates. Or maybe not. Is that not what they're used for? Oh, I thought they were. Oh, no, yeah, they are. Wooden storage crates, wooden casing. Yeah, I thought so. But can I take this? Oh, yeah, I can take that. Look at that. Free crate. Nice. So, yeah, this guy right here, if we were to go and do 1, 2, 3. Look at that. And also, I mean, let me through. Also, a free void crystal block, which I am going to take. What were we looking at? Oh, we were looking at upgrading our crate, weren't we? So now, if we want to make the tier 2 crate, you need 4 void blocks, though. But that's only 4 blocks of coal. That's not too bad. If we were to get 3 blocks of coal and just quickly bring them back here, that wouldn't be too bad. That's producing power. Black quartz stairs. Is there something behind these? No, just more wooden casing. All right. Okay. So we've got 6 diamantine crystals, which is nice. 3 of them were given to us. We also got a drill core, which is not too hard to make. I mean, I guess it's required 4 blocks of iron, actually. So, I mean, it is a bit hard to make. I don't like... for whoever gave it to me, thank you very much. But in future, I would like to get my own things. Because people on the server, oftentimes, there are people who play a lot more than I do and can tank through all this stuff. And, you know, it's no fun to be given everything. By the way, do you want a basic drill? No. Thank you, but no. I want to be able to craft it on my own. And for that, we need to get a bunch of iron. Like a bunch more iron than we've got right now. But thankfully, there's iron all over the place. Look at this. That's all the iron that we need. Let's go ahead and craft that up into 2 more blocks. Like, almost like so. Like so. Okay. And then now, if we head on back over to our village real quick, I almost jumped in the smeltery. We should be good to go. I think we've got pretty much everything we need to get our drill, which is going to make mining hopefully a bit easier. Next stream, we'll start working on getting some basic power generation, maybe even some basic machines, because we can make all these machines that are at the village for ourselves. But yeah, we can start working on on getting some machines, some redstone flux, upgrading the drill, maybe. And then also probably work on some building. We didn't do much building in today's stream. We did a bit of glass placing, but not much building. I would like to get some building done, try and get a place for our ember ore doubling that looks kind of appropriate. There's not just like smack bang in the middle of our little wooden shack that we've got. That would be quite nice. All right. Kapow. Gets us the Restonia crystals. And do I want to do the coal? Yeah, we could probably do the coal. What do we need? No, we don't have enough coal, do we? Because we need 3 more blocks in order to make the tier 2 crates. I guess we can't do that. We can come back to that, though. That's fine. What else did I need to zap? The iron blocks. There we go. All right. I think that's pretty much everything. This is full of powers. Yeah, we can't charge up over here, but that's fine. All right. Slash home. I think that now, after the lag subsides a little bit, we should have everything that we need. So we'll make 2 of those. 1, 2. We're going to surround those with golden nuggets, like so, to get 2 of those, and then we can go ahead and craft up our drill. Nice. Look at that. We have a drill from Actual Editions. It doesn't have any power, any crystal flux, as it says in the little tooltip there, but we are ready and raring to go once we charge this thing up to actually start to use it to do some mining. But with that, guys, I'm going to end today's stream there.